Hi, everyone. It's Lori from Crystal Earth Magic. I have another wonderful quantum healing session to share with you. This one is absolutely delightful. It involves a lot of the magical kingdom, fairies, dragons, unicorns, all of this wonderful stuff in a parallel lifetime. This was absolutely delightful, like I said, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did. So again, I'm reading this by a transcript because if you listen to the actual recording of the person doing it, it's very drawn out. I mean, this was about 2 hours long, the actual session where we were doing the hypnosis part. And it's difficult to hear the person when they're in a hypnotic state. And it's also, there's a lot of pauses as they experience things. So I prefer to do this way. I made a transcript of it and I'll just read you the pertinent parts. And so without further ado, here we go. So she's coming into the scene now and we'll call her Cindy. Okay. So she's coming into the scene and I say, what are you sensing? It's still just dark. There was a unicorn, but he left. Okay. How do you feel in this darkness? Fine. Go ahead and explore the darkness and see if there's anything there for you to notice, to sense. If you wish, you can ask the unicorn to come back and guide you. There's a very long pause. This session was characterized by lots of pauses because she was experiencing so much more than she was able to say, which is frequently the case. So trying to get her back a little bit, I say, what's happening now? It was a Pegasus that came back. Can you talk to this Pegasus? We're flying. You're flying? Yes. Tell me what's happening. What's it like flying with a Pegasus? Are you riding? Yes. What's it like? We're just in the clouds, just floating, fluffy clouds. What do the clouds look like? They're white and fluffy. What does the Pegasus look like? He's mostly white and a little gray. Does he have a horn? But he has beautiful wings and a beautiful mane. Is he a guide for you? Maybe. You can ask him anything you want. Once again, long pause. Do you know where you're going? Not yet. Okay, so let's move forward to when you arrive at your destination. Arriving here now at your destination, what do you see? It's in the mountains, a rolling field. It's very green. Are you above the planet? No, we're on the ground. What else is there? Yellow flowers and tall grass. Would you like to explore this place a little bit? Yeah, I got off and now I'm walking through the grass and the flowers. Is your Pegasus friend still with you? He's still there. So what is this place? It feels like it's still here on Earth. Why did he bring you here? He won't tell me, and she's laughing. She had a lot of fun with this. Look down. What do you look like? Can you tell me? What do your feet look like? No, the grass is up too high. Okay, can you tell if you have clothing on? Can you lift up one of your legs and see what your feet look like? Do you have shoes? I have boots on, like riding boots. What about the rest of your clothing? Can you tell me? Like tan pants and a long cape with a hood. Do you feel like you're human? I think I'm human. Are you male, female? I'm female. Okay, is there anyone else around? No, not yet. Are you still following your unicorn or your Pegasus? No, he's behind me. But now we walked into like a stone wall, kind of from medieval times, but lighter, not dark like medieval, light. So this place feels light, magical somehow? Yeah, it's not. Meaning it's not dark. Do you think it's Earth? I think so. Okay, do you think this is? And she interrupts and says, it's a castle, but it's up on a hill. And it's surrounded by tall grass with yellow flowers, little yellow flowers. I wonder who lives in the castle. No one yet. It's empty. Empty? Do you know who used to live there? Or is this being created? No, I think it's just empty and abandoned. Do you know who used to live there? No. Does your Pegasus know? He said I should know, but I don't, laughing. Can you ask him to show you so that you can remember? And can you ask him if this is a future Earth? Is this another planet? Are you in a current lifetime? Big, long pause. He's whispering. She's laughing again. He needs to talk louder. Just ask him to talk louder, I say. Big long pause again. I said, well, maybe you guys can go and explore the castle together. Now an angel came in. Beautiful. Maybe you can go and explore the castle together. And maybe your angel can answer some of your questions as well. Or your Pegasus can speak so that you can understand. Because you give them voice and they're here to help you. So they'll do whatever you need to do. And they showed up for you. Yeah, she's taking my hand and we're walking toward the light. And what's the light? It's bright white. Is this away from the castle? Somewhere indoors through the castle. So you're walking through the castle and there's light. Yeah, it's like a big circular window. What happens when you get inside? You can see out. There's lots and lots of fluffy white clouds and blue sky. Out the window of the castle? It doesn't have glass on it. Okay. It's just a big circle like you could step in it. You can't touch the top of it. So there's all sorts of light. Are you remembering what this castle is? There's a dragon on the ledge. Beautiful. What does he look like? He's real dark, dark red, like deep, dark red, almost burgundy. Does he live in the castle? He's flying around now. He's just kind of soaring through the air. And do all these beings feel nice and non-threatening? Oh, they're friendly. So it's a magical place, a magical landscape. Sorry, I just lost my place. Hold on a second. Bear with me while I find my place. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So the dragon, okay, back to the dragon. He's flying around, just kind of soaring through the air, and all the beings feel nice and friendly. So it's a magical place, a magical landscape. Does it seem like you know them? I'm not sure. They're very friendly. Does the angel say who it is? No, she went away. She left? She just kind of brought you to the castle? She brought me to the window, to the dragon. I wonder if she's a guardian angel. So why did they bring you here? To get on the dragon. We're going for a flight. We're flying. So flying with a dragon, you flew with the Pegasus. You can see the little town below. Wow. It's very green. So it's a town. It kind of reminds me of Austria. So what else can you ask your dragon while you're flying? He just wants a hug, and she's laughing. Are you holding onto his neck? He just wants hugs. What can he tell you? Are there others like him there? Just him I see so far, and the town below, like a village. Are there people in the village? I can't really see them. We're kind of high up. They're way down below in the valley. Okay, but there are magical creatures in this landscape? Yes. So where is he taking you? Just like on a tour. Just like, I think he says, look at everything below. Isn't it beautiful? Can he tell you where this is? If it's in a different timeline? No, he just wants me to look and feel. And be present, to feel how free it is. That's beautiful. Where you just soar above everything. And how does it feel to do that? Good. Letting go of everything else, I say. Any connection with the 3D world that makes no sense? No, there's no connection to that. He just wants me to feel the air. That's beautiful. And just see and be in the moment. That's beautiful. Now another long pause as she's experiencing. Now we went to his cave, and it's full of gold, and he has a big fire. Does he live there alone? I don't see any other ones yet, but we're still walking. There's treasure in there. He has a lot of gold coins and pots. What does he do with the treasure? I don't know, but you can like feel it crunch between your feet when you walk on it. Oh, so I don't have any shoes on because I can feel those coins. Okay, so no shoes. Can you look down now and see? I mean, if you have human feet? I do. I can see my toes. Okay, so the boots came off at some point. Yeah. Now I have more, not pants on, like a long robe or dress or something, but I still have the cape and the hood. Do you still feel like you? I think so. Can you tell your hair, what your hair looks like? Can you look at your hands? Another big long pause. She's off somewhere else. And then she comes back after a while and says, there used to be a king there because there's a throne. Okay, in the castle? In the cave. So in the cave, there was a king, a dragon king? No, it was a human chair, not a dragon chair. So why was there a throne in the cave and not in the castle? I don't know. He has 2 chairs in there with all his coins. Did he tell you there was a king there, or you just know it? I just know it. Can you ask him? What happened to the people? And why were there thrones in the cave and not in the castle? No, he left. Now I'm at a wishing well. Are you still in the cave? Mm-hmm. Down by the village. Oh, sorry. Down in the village by a well where you could draw water. And there's still nobody there? Mm-mm. So the dragon, did he bring you there, or were you just magically transported there? I just transported. And still there's no one else around? Mm-mm. Are you getting a sense in this place? Is this place familiar in any way? Not really. Okay. Do you know why they brought you here, other than to just be in the moment? Not sure. I have to walk around and see. Okay, we'll go ahead and explore a little bit. Another big pause while she's exploring. What we'd like to do now, and so I moved her forward to a significant occurrence when she found out what was going on. And after a long pause, she said, there was a fire. I said, in the castle? No, in the village. Okay. And the tops of the buildings are charred. They were old wood. Is that what happened to all the people? I'm not really sure. Was it a long time ago? Mm-hmm. It wasn't modern. Another long pause. Do you think you lived here? I'm not sure. Is there anyone there you can ask? Can you ask that angel to come back? So she's off again on her little journey. So now there's teeny little fairies. They want me to follow them. Perfect. But I think they're afraid of something in the town because they're hiding. Okay. So you're going very quietly? Okay. So where are they taking you? We're going through the streets and they're still dark and burnt. They're like cobblestone. Another long pause. Now we're flying. And how are you flying this time? Just like the fairies. The fairies are helping you fly? No, I can fly like they can. I think I'm a fairy now. So we're flying now. So what do you look like as a fairy? I have wings. I can't see the rest of me. I can feel my wings. So now where are you flying to? To the water, to our tree. A tree? Is the tree in the water? No, it's by the water. A tree by the water. Do you live in the tree? Yes, we live in here. When you get to the tree, does that feel familiar now? It's very warm and there's warm light. Does it feel like you've been there before? Oh yeah. There's tables and little teacup flowers. They're laughing and giggling. Do you feel like you know them? I think. We're drinking out of the little flower cups. Like the cups are flowers. The cups are made of flowers, not glass cups. Flowers. Another long pause. Does it seem like they know you? I think. It's very friendly. I think there's 3 or 4 at the table in the tree. And you're one of them? Yes. What do you do there in the tree? We're in a tiny, like, little kitchen. We're just having a tea party. So a tea party? What else do the fairies do there? They have little flowers outside. There are little blue flowers. Do they care for the flowers? Mm-hmm. Were they afraid of the town? Why were they afraid of the town? It's dark in there, and there was that fire, but they came to get me out of there. Is there something to be afraid of in the town? They said it was bad and dark there. Are there still people or energies there that are bad and dark? They think they're all gone, but they were bad, and they don't want to go back there, but they knew they had to come and get me. Okay, so now you're one of them. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like you came home? Like maybe this is a place you live? Maybe. Now we have little leaves and we're dancing on the water. We have lily pads. Big long pause again. So do you know why they brought you to this magical land? You can ask them. They'll answer you. Another long pause. No, they don't want to talk about it. They just don't want to talk about it. Okay. They just want you to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. They just want to be on the us to be on the lily pad. Do they know that you're speaking through a human body? No. Okay. So while all that's happening, I wonder if we can call that angel back just to answer some of your questions. Big long pause again. Now a little caterpillar came in. He's green. Did you ask for the angel to come back? Mm-hmm. And is she there? No, the caterpillar came instead. Okay, well, maybe the caterpillar knows. Another big long pause. No, he said we have to find the wise old owl. Okay, so can he take you there? Maybe you can fly with your wings and take him there. He's telling me where to go. Okay, so let me know when you get there. Another big long pause. A dragonfly is going to show me the way. Beautiful. Another big long pause. And he's in the hollowed out tree. The owl? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you found him. Yes, we found him. Will he answer your questions? We're on the branch and he's in the house. Are you still a fairy? Yes. Okay, ask him why you've been brought to this place. What do you need to find here? Big long pause. He wants me to remember this place so that when I'm back here, meaning Earth, I remember peace and happiness and love and the joy and the simple life they have, just nature. There's a little ladybug on the grass. They're all happy and in balance. It's very peaceful. There's no conflict. They all live in harmony. Doesn't that sound nice? So I ask, is this a parallel existence? Does this place exist in another dimension? The big long pause. I think it's with us. It's just a timeline. Is it within us? Yes, within us. Within each of us, or it's within all of us if we open up. It's just on the other side. And I was asking how can, and she interrupted, it's here. You just have to believe in them. They're at your window. And she meant in the physical, like my office. She said, they're at your window. They play in your tree. I have a beautiful trees outside my office in a lovely area. So they play in your tree. I said, well, that's beautiful because we see them, and thank you for your assistance. I'm talking to the fairies. We work a lot with fairies at my place and the magical kingdom, dragons, unicorns, all of that kind of stuff. So this just is near and dear to my heart because we're always working with them in meditations and various things. And she said, now they're giggling at your window. And I said, come on in. So can I ask them some questions directly? You can try. Would they be willing to answer? They're right here. Why did you take Cindy to this place, other than what you said? Does she have a lifetime as a fairy there? Is she living in that place right now? Big long pause. And the fairies answer. She needs to remember that it's right at her doorstep. Look hard and you can see the beauty. It's right there. It's always there. That's beautiful. Has she had lifetimes where she lived there with you? Yes. And she exists right there now as well. Is that correct? When she comes to our world, she turns to a fairy, but then when she has to go back, she's a human. So if she asks, can you help her to bring some of that magic and whimsy into her life? We just told her. She can do it from her front porch. That's beautiful. We'll come and play with her. I think that's really good advice and a great reminder that it's always within her. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Is there any other message for her right now? Just ignore all the COVID stuff and then come sit on the porch with us. That sounds like great advice, right? Just come sit on the porch and walk by the water, by the lake. She lives near a lake. I said, well, that's beautiful. Okay, is there anything she can do to better connect and better remember? And then she says, they want you to walk by the water, meaning me, by the lake with them. I said, me personally? Yes, you. I said, I'd be happy to any day, anytime. She said, not my lake. They want you to go to your lake. Okay. I said, yes. So good advice for all of us to get out of nature more. Remember the peace and the innocence and the childlike quality of the nature kingdom. And she says, they're on your shoulder. They're kissing you. I feel them. And I felt them. I mean, again, I feel them all the time especially in my office space, but yeah, they were there. She said, one of them is sitting on top of your head and she's laughing. I said, I can feel them. That's beautiful. He leaned over and kissed you on the forehead. I said, well, I'm kissing him back. So would you say this is a parallel lifetime? You know how us humans want to quantify everything. Is this a parallel lifetime for Cindy? Yes. Well, yes, we thank you so much for your information and your wisdom and your joyousness, I said, because we can feel you in the room. Absolutely. And we thank you for coming to all of the events that we have here. And we know that we're all part of this kingdom, and we thank you for that. Is there anything else to share with Cindy in this moment? They say they love all of us, and now they're going back to their house under the tree. So, well, that's beautiful. Thank you for being here. And so knowing that you can go back there anytime. And then she interrupted and said, they told me they'd see me tonight. I said, well, that's great. So we're going to just move her forward now to another, we're moving away from that scene and moving her to another important scene. And she said, well, we're back at the castle with the dragons, but there's a lot of them. The sky is red. I said, the sky is red. Is it the same place? Is it the fire, or is something else happening? They're flying around, but the sky is red. I can't see down below. It's okay. So let yourself look. You can fly also and look from above. What's happening? And why did they bring you back here? Big long pause. Oh, it's to show that they'll take out the evil. I said, so they're getting rid of the evil, the dragons and the magical beings? Mm-hmm. Are they going, and they're going to come do it again? Meaning take out more evil. I said, okay, is there anything we can do to help right now? Anything you can do personally? They may not be shaped like they once were, but they'll take it out. I said, okay, another big long pause. I said, well, why are they showing you this? How is this relating to the current lifetime of Cindy? What can she glean from this information? That they're still here. They still have power. They'll take a different shape and take all of this out, meaning the evil. That's beautiful. And will you be part of this, you personally? Not the taking out, but the healing. You'll be doing healing. So that parallel universe becomes a future Earth, perhaps? I think so. Now, will you be a fairy or a human or both? Both. I said, oh, that's beautiful. She said, you have to be a human to help the humans. Important, huh? And I said, well, that's important. So that's all settled. And that's going to be beautiful. And it is beautiful. That's always there. So what we moved her again away from that lifetime and moving her forward, just leaving that complete lifetime behind, moving forward to another time and place. And I asked her what's happening as she came into the scene. She says she's in a spaceship. I'm in a spaceship, but a smaller one. What are you doing there? Flying it to the mothership. So you're the pilot? Yes. Flying to the mothership. Were you on a mission and you're coming back? I'm not sure. I just popped into this space. Okay, so look down. What do you look like? What are you wearing? What's on your feet, your clothing? It's kind of like one of those little ships from Star Wars, but I don't have a mask or a helmet or anything like that. Do you have a uniform on? Yeah, like the one, not a uniform, another big pause. More like the outfit. Which movie was it? It really looks like Star Wars movie, almost like the one where Princess Leia had, where you didn't know she was the princess. She was undercover as somebody. Was that Return of the Jedi? That kind of outfit. I said, okay, so you are, and she interrupts, but I'm still flying. Can you see your feet? Are you human? I'm human. Are you female? Are you male? I'm female. What do you look like? It's hard to see. Okay. How about your hair? I can't tell, my head is covered. Look down at your hands. I have gloves on. If you were to take one of the gloves off, what does your hand look like? Like my hand now. So it's a 5-fingered human hand. Mm-hmm. What color is your skin? White, pale white, Caucasian white, white white? She's laughing. She said, no, not ivory white, just. I said, so you're flying the small ship to the mothership. So let's go ahead and move forward to when you reach the mothership and arriving at the mothership now. What happens? So explain your ship. There's a lot of us flying in and docking. It's very noisy. Everyone's getting out of their ships. So all of the ships are docking at the mothership and a lot of you are entering and it's noisy. What are they all returning from? We're walking into the big room so we can have a meeting. Okay, so what happens when everyone gets settled in the big room? Everyone is still talking. So we moved ahead to when the meeting starts. And I told her she could give us a synopsis of what's happening and who's addressing her. There was another big long pause and she said, the room went dark. I said, it went dark. Is it secret? It must be. Secret mission? Well, they showed you a little bit, so you don't have to tell the details, but you can describe your ship and you can describe the mothership. What do you feel? What do you feel you were doing? You were coming back from a mission. There's a lot of glass with maps. Okay, can you tell where you're located? No, there's different planets on the maps. Are you within our solar system here or somewhere else? I'm not sure. Did it feel like a wartime mission with all those ships coming in and docking in a meeting? There was a meeting, but no one was shooting or anything. Can you tell what kind of ship this mothership is? What is its mission? What is its purpose? Another big long pause. She said, it's like it doesn't want me to see it. So, well, we'll respect that because there are things going on. Can you ask if this is current in our timeline? We know there's no time, but we humans want to know. Another big long pause. She says, it must be our solar system because they said we have to watch over everyone. I said, okay, I'm interested in who you are here. It feels like another parallel life. If this is a current thing, is there someone there we can ask? We don't have to know the details that would give anything away. Just satisfy your curiosity. They're just here if we need help. Is this the Galactic Federation? I think so. And this being that is talking through this, no, I'm asking the other ones that are in the little ships. Okay, but you are there flying the ship, going to this meeting. That's a different you than is laying on the table. Can you tell me? There's a lot of us that flew in. I'm asking them because we can't get in the big room now. Okay, top secret? But they said we're here to help so that when we need help here on Earth, they'll come to help us. And you're part of that? Yes, I think that's where I go when I sleep. So you're a pilot. What kind of missions do you do? We just fly and make sure that everyone is safe. Are you alone in your ship? Have you been docked at the mothership for a long time? I just flew in. But have you been doing this job for a long time? Yes. You said you see others around you. What do they all look like? They're all human. I said, from Earth, or they just look human? Some are human and some aren't, but they look like humans. I said, so humanoids? Are they from different planets and star systems? Some are from Earth. So it seems like piloting or flying is your thing. Not just here, but we've explored flying. So this is interesting. Would you say that this is a Galactic Federation ship? Not with the 5, not that ship. Now, I don't know that she even knows what the Council of 5 is, but that's interesting. And I said, not the Council of 5, not them. But the Galactic Federation? If you're helping Earth, do we think maybe we can ask, is this the Space Force? The Space Force, yes. How cool is that, huh? US Space Force? Okay, so what did you have to do to get this position? Were you trained? Where were you trained? I'm not sure. I just kind of popped into the ship and into the space. Okay, you can ask and find these things out though, and let yourself get really into the character. Yeah, she's having trouble really getting into the character and separating it from her human self, and that's okay. Even though all of this amazing, vivid imagery that she's reporting, it's still, you know, the conscious mind comes forward and tries to, you know, put the kibosh on everything. So I said, you can ask and find these things out though. Let yourself get really into the character, the person that you've come into the body of. They know if they can share. We respect the sensitivity of missions during wartime. Another big long pause. It doesn't like these questions. The red keeps coming back in. So we'll just move away from that, I said then. Is there anything that they can tell us that isn't too sensitive? Just that they have us and not to worry. Another beautiful message, isn't it? Anything for Cindy to understand concerning regarding this to help her. She struggles sometimes trusting her skills and talents. And I just thought that maybe if she could see what she's doing in another reality, it might help her here with her Earth mission. Is there anything you can share with her regarding that? She said, now it just went black again. So, all right. So we moved away from that scene. I said, let's just move away from the scene. They don't want to share that right now. And we understand there's a lot going on. You at least had a taste of that. So again, drifting away from that scene and moving to the next scene. And she comes into the scene and says, I'm an eagle. I said, you're an eagle? What is that like? just soar in the sky. Another big long pause. I landed on my friend's shoulder. He's an Indian. I think she means Native American, not the continent or not the country. Are you on Earth? Yes. Can you tell what time period this is? There's no cars. He has moccasins on. We're walking. We're in like Arizona or something where there's a desert. What are you doing? I'm sitting on his shoulder as he walks. I wanted her to move ahead to an important date or event. So moving her ahead, what's happening at this important day or event? Another big long pause. And then we were fishing and we're coming back to our village, but he has a friend that's a bear too, a black bear. What was significant about that day? What happens? We were gathering food for the village. So, okay, so let's move forward again to another important day in the life of the eagle and or the Indian man. What happens? We're either going to see either the medicine man or the chief of the village. And why are you seeing him? Is somebody sick? I don't think so. Are you going to learn something from him? I can't tell if he's going to, and then there was a long pause again. I said, go ahead, fast forward to when you're there, and then you'll know. So she gets there and he's going to teach us how to heal people. I said, well, beautiful. So the two of you will be doing it together, the Indian man and the eagle. And she said, and the bear. I said, and the bear. So the three of you, okay, are the eagle and the bear physical? Yes, but he's teaching us how to make medicine. He has herbs that are dried. Is there any kind of healing that you remember? Any of the things that he taught you? You said there were herbs. There were herbs to help if anyone was sick or if they got cut to heal a wound. So do you study with this medicine man for a long time? Yes. How were you chosen or were you volunteering? How did you get chosen to be the next medicine man? He called all three of us. That's beautiful. And you were happy to do it? Yes. Okay, let's fast forward to when you're all taught. Maybe it's years later. What does that look like when you're going out and healing? We go to other villages to teach. Do you heal and teach? To teach. We teach other villages how to heal. The village people, the people in the other villages. And are the other humans afraid of the animals that are with you? No. Does that feel like a fulfilling existence? Mm-hmm. Everyone loves the bear. He's cuddly. Said the bear's cuddly? More like if you had a dog or a cat. So the three of you have a synergy together. Is that how that works? Yes. But the bear also protects from snakes. Are there a lot of snakes? Just a few. He's also there if we need to be protected. He scares off people. I imagine the eagle would be protective as well. He can fly ahead. I can fly ahead and see things. She identified primarily with the eagle, even though, as we'll find out later, she was in two different existences. I said, can you see what he sees? Just the grass now, the grass in the village below. Do you feel like you're in all three of these bodies at the same time, or are you still back in the Indian man? I'm flying now, the eagle. I think the eagle and the man are one, or they interchange, but the bear is always there. I don't go into the bear. So I fast forward her again to another significant event, keep moving time, in the Indian man and or eagle and bear. And so moving to another significant time, another big long pause. And she says, we have to help. There's a big fight in the village. So what are they fighting over? The men came in on horse. They have uniforms on. So it's to defend the village? Yes, only it's too late. They got him. So we just have to heal. What happens after that? There was a big battle, a big fight. So I imagine you were doing a lot of healing after something like this. Yes, not many survived, but we moved them to the river to be close to the water so that they could rest there to heal by the water. I said to heal by the water. So again, fast forwarding, moving to the last day of this life. I said, let's fast forward to the last day of his life, the Indian man, like he's getting ready to leave the earth plane. So letting her float to that important day and asking her what she senses. And she said, we're in a teepee with a fire. He has blankets. Again, it's he, because she's identifying primarily with the eagle, even though it was, she was in both bodies at once. I said, is he alone? So I went with it. I'm with him, the eagle. Is the bear there? Yes. Is he an old man now? Yes. Are there any humans around him? A medicine chief. Did he have a family? No. Is he ready to pass? He's ready. Is he content? He's happy. What is he dying from? Just old age. But he knows that he's not really dying. He's just going to be a spirit. So I said, let's let him leave his body now. And I want you to gently follow that spirit as it goes, gently releasing. And so you're floating away from that scene, floating away from the body, floating up, 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 just floating up and away, gently floating out of that lifetime, leaving that behind. I want you to follow. What do you experience as the spirit is released? It's just peaceful. He's happy. Again, it's he. He knew he did everything he was supposed to down here. He knows that if anyone needs him, he can come back. Is there anyone there to meet him as he releases? He's just with nature. Where does he ultimately go? Does he stay around the planet for a while? Does he move off? What happens? He's with all of the other ancestors. So what does that place look like where he's with the ancestors? It's just a feeling. It's not really a place. They're all safe and loved. They welcomed him. They told him that he did a good job. The ancestors are telling him that? Now what happens? Does he stay there for a while with all of this love? That's where they stay until they're needed. And so he stays there for a while, and there's no time there, right? Right. When did he feel the need to come back in a body? Has he ever been anything but a human? Sometimes he's an animal, like the eagle and the bear. The eagle. The eagle, okay. And what happened to the eagle? Did they pass together? No, the eagle is still there. The eagle is still on Earth. He knows when he flies in the sky, he can see the man. So there was no mourning for the death? No, he knows he still feels his presence. And when the eagle passes, what happens? Same thing? He goes to the same place, or is it different? I don't feel his spirit go up. He just goes to sleep. So going back to the place of the ancestors, it's just a feeling. So now let's take this spirit, and now it's time to leave again and move into another lifetime. He's getting ready for this other lifetime. You are getting ready for this other lifetime, moving forward to the planning. So what happens when you're ready to move into another lifetime? What makes you leave this beautiful place of peace and love, moving forward to that time when he's ready to separate again from the oneness? He knows that's his job, but he knows that he'll come back. So even if he gets put on Earth, he'll come back. Is this the spirit that came into Cindy's body, the same soul? Big long pause, and then she said, yes. So again, I wanted to move her to the time when she was planning to come into the life of Cindy. And so moving her forward, asking her what's happening when she gets there. She said, there's a book, and we read everything in the book. But when we come into a body, we don't remember. And we don't need to know. As we need to know, it's revealed. And before you came in, was there someone helping you plan what you wanted to do? There was a book, but I don't know who wrote the book. There's a book for each person. Was there a group or a council that helped you decide how to best go about this new life? I don't know. They just gave him, she said again, the book. I'm not sure where he got it from. So can we ask some questions? What the plans were, since he's in place where he has all that knowledge? Is he able to answer some of the questions that Cindy has? Big long pause. Is there someone else to whom we can speak? Her conscious mind was really fighting this one. No, there's no one around. I said, there's no light council? No. Okay. Can he answer these questions? Big long pause. He said, you have all you need to know. The power is within you. Can he tell us what the life purpose for Cindy was before she came into this life? No, he doesn't say anything. Okay. So what I'd like to do, we're in this space before you incarnate in this body, the person we know as Cindy. We're in this space. We'd like to expand the space. We'd like to see and sense all of the wisdom in the team that's around you at this time. And if it's okay, I'd like to call forth your higher self. Would that be okay? Big long pause. Again, conscious mind fighting, conscious mind fighting. And I'm explaining you don't have to worry about that. The higher self will come through if you allow it. We just have to give it permission. So she was fighting with her conscious mind. I was telling her to just let go. So we deepened her a little bit and just letting her ego move to the back burner, so to speak, and letting the higher self come forward. She was still having trouble. And then finally we got her there. So I was just telling her that she can give a voice to all this higher wisdom. You're in that place before you come into another incarnation. You're in that spirit place, that place of light, love, and peace. You have access to all the wisdom there. You have that book, the great book of life. You have the great book of life in front of you. And there's so many chapters and so many layers, and you're being assisted with planning your life when it's time to leave, that oneness. So why did you want to leave that oneness? To help heal the people. Was it a knowingness, or did somebody tell you to do it? No, I've always helped heal the people. So you volunteered? Yes. So now you're planning exactly how to bring this mission about in the best way. Who's helping you? My angels and guides. See, we finally got there. That's beautiful. So as you know, Cindy wanted to know a little bit more. You just told her a lot about her purpose was healing. She had some really good information about how to bring it about. But how can you help with her confidence? What does she need to know to be more confident in her mission of a healer? Because she does. She struggles with confidence, as do most of us. And her higher self says she knows now. I said, well, thank you for that. Is there anything that you can say now that she'll have on this recording that she can remember to get back that wisdom or repetition if she ever doubts? She just needs to go to the porch and talk to the fairies every day. And she'll know. They'll remind her. She'll know what to do then. And I said, we would like to ask a few more questions if that's all right. Okay. Why did you show her the lives that you showed her? And just a few questions. Was the life of the fairy in a magical place? Is that a parallel life? Again, talking in third person now, we finally got to the higher self. It's a beautiful thing. Yes. So that's a parallel life, the life of the fairy. I said, so she's living it concurrently with this one? Yes. Has she had past lives? What we would call past lives is what we would call the fairies or the nature spirits? Yes. And that lifetime in the starship, why did you show her that? To show that it's all going to be okay here. I said, I didn't mean to hone in on anything secretive. That's okay. No matter what happens, it's going to be fine, her higher self said. So it was important for her to see that life as well? Yes. Now, we didn't see, she wonders about that life as the Native American and the eagle and the bear. Was that what it seems like, an incarnation into two different bodies at the same time? Yes. Can you tell us more about that phenomenon? Was it soul splitting or sharing? How does that work? Oh, it's shape shifting. Can Cindy have access to everything she learned as the healer in that lifetime? Yes, we'll give her a download. Can we do that now? No, we have to prepare it first. Can we begin? We'll give it to her later. They knew her conscious mind was way too in the way. So, okay. I said, all right, is there anything that we can give her now that she's in this receptive state? I know you guys like to work at night. Is that what you're saying? Yes. She had another question also. Why does she fly under the radar all the time? Because she always is. She wants to be unnoticed and under the radar. And sometimes she wonders why. I said, what is the purpose of this? What is she avoiding or staying away from so that she survives, that she can help heal? Has that served her in the past? Yes. Was there any detriment to her doing this in this life? No. She also wondered about being interested in the 1920s and 30s of the current Earth. Is there anything you can tell her about that? No. This higher self was not forthcoming so much because, again, the conscious mind kept intruding and it was very difficult. So we got the answers that we needed and that was appropriate for her. But there was a lot of no's and they wouldn't answer. So it's okay. Sometimes that happens. Everybody is at the level that they need to be and they get the information that they need at that particular time. So I said, it's not important. No. Is there anything you can tell her about her relationships with her family, specifically her mother? Anything she needs to know karmically? No. Okay. That she also wondered what star family she comes from. Can we explore that? Did you give her any can you give her any information? Big long pause. Pleiadian. I said, well, that's beautiful. And again, I said, am I speaking with the higher self now? Yes. May we ask a few more questions? Yes. I said, thank you. What else can you share with Cindy about her current life that will help with her mission of healing? What else can you share with her? That we're all here. We believe in her. She can do it. And I said, thank you. That's beautiful. Was there a reason that you showed her the parallel lifetimes? You showed her one past lifetime. Was there a reason that there was a parallel lifetime? She was in two places at once, and another one where she's in two places at once, and one that was a past lifetime where she was in two bodies at once. Can you share why you chose those lifetimes and situations? The higher self says the parallel with the fairies is so she can check with them every night. They're going to help guide. So, well, thank you. Okay. And again, I know we label just for our human minds to understand. Karmically, what kind of work does she still need to do with her family, or any kind of karmic healing that she still needs to be done specifically with her mother? And I said, no. Okay. Is there any message from any of her deceased family members? Perhaps her brother. Her brother passed at a very young age. Said no, but her grandma says she loves her. So, well, that's great. That's beautiful. What else can you share with her at this time? Just don't get caught up in the news. Focus on the task. Oh, that's a great advice, especially during these times, huh? And I said, so talk to the fairies, be peaceful and in harmony, get out in nature more, disconnect from the world. Okay. Is there anything else that would be helpful at this time for her to know? Not now. Okay. Do you want to do the healing and the downloads at night? Yes. Okay. So there's nothing more we can do today? Not today. I said, thank you very much. I think you've answered all our questions. And so I asked if it was okay to bring her back, and they said yes. So there was no further messages. But that was a delightful visit to all the magical kingdoms. And she had such amazing, vivid imagery. Even though the conscious mind kept coming forward, eventually we got to where we needed to go, and it was exactly what she needed in this timeline. So again, this is Lori from Crystal Earth Magic, and I hope you enjoyed this BQH quantum healing session. And if you would like to have a quantum healing session, in the remarks on this video, you'll be able to get in touch with me with all my information. All right, thank you, and I'll be back with more videos. See you then.